We're Jess and Jessie, two opera singers building a Ford Transit cargo van into a home on wheels. This week, we're insulating our van with spray foam and hiring a company to do the work. We thought we could relax while the professionals did their job, but little did we know that it would be our most challenging week yet.
The handle popped out, and now the doors don't close.
Look at this stuff. That's all over. I'm covered in it.
Good morning. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night. Super tired, but I'm really excited to get our spray foam done today. And look who got up early and is finishing the touches on the van. All right, I'm gonna go see how he's doing. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
How are things going out here?
I'm a little panicky. Like, I know we weren't going to do this, but now I'm just putting, like, I put stuff in here with spacers to give them, like, maybe a little idea of a guide in terms of how
You did.
thick. I'm going to put
Added these spacers.
I'm going to do that also on this door, and I did on this here. Oh, I'm just trying to, a little bit in panic mode.
But I would definitely, we need to take that.
Okay.
Anywhere
you want me
that-
to do that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywhere that it's a lot to remember, and it's going to take me a while to get back
Sure.
to it. Anything that you for sure want to protect, I would take, because then you know I will not hit it.
If you were to put the 4 inches or get it full in the walls, it would have more of a tendency to crack over time. And at 2 inches, you're going to be okay. You might get some, if you hit some really rough roads, you might get some cracking around the edges or whatever. But yeah, a couple inches it's more dimensionally stable. One pass is more dimensionally stable. When you start adding, there's been times when occasionally we'll put on 5 inches, and you put on 2.5 or 3 inches, and then a couple inches. The dimensionally unstable part is where they're
meeting.
Where they're meeting, where they're coming together.
The two cured differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have to let it cure, finish rising, and cool off, and then you can put some back. So it's got an actual kind of a not real shiny, but it's got a surface that's you're right. That's
skin on it
finished.
almost.
Yeah, it's got skin.
Okay.
The skin is the fire retardancy and the all that stuff.
Okay. So yeah, I guess yeah. Well, thanks, guys.
All right, so we talked with Paul and Jay, and I feel pretty good. How do you feel?
Great. I think it'll be great. I mean, I'm a little nervous.
Why?
I just am.
So it's not based on anything other than your own nervousness?
It's based on, it's just based on, this is kind of like...
It's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's not our baby, but like, it's definitely like a super important project we've been working on, and you've seen the horror story photos of people who put spray foam on and it ripples the outside of your van and the entire thing looks, so I don't want that to happen.
This is the last time you're gonna see the van like this. Next time we see it, it's gonna be spray foam.
It's gonna look so different, guys.
We're really excited. Okay, bye.
There she is in the driver's seat, piloting our lives.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
So we're supposed to pick up our van soon-ish. We're not sure yet. We're still waiting on the call, but we thought we'd go to a lumber yard and check out some marine grade plywood that we want to use for our subfloor so that we can get right to work on that as soon as we are all settled after our spray foaming. So we're going to check out a couple lumber yards and see what they got.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. What is that I see up there?
It's a future home.
A future home for someone, that blue bus.
Every
Sitting
time
there.
I pass it, I want
It's for sale.
someone to convert it, or I want to convert it, but I don't really want to.
Yeah.
Like,
we
I
don't
want it
need
to be
another project.
converted and done, but I don't want to build it.
Yeah.
Don't need another project. We came to pick up, well, we were in the neighborhood. They called us. They said they're not quite finished with the van. We could take it home tonight, but they recommended that we leave it overnight here because of the fumes.
Yeah. It would be unpleasant to
Stinky.
drive back, I guess.
He's like, you don't want to be in it. So we were like,
He's like, it
okay.
won't kill you, but it won't be pleasant.
But this one forgot his phone earlier, so we had to pick that up. But we can't see the van yet because he's still working on it, and we'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna pick it up in the morning. Early.
Speak for yourself.
8 a.m.
We got like no sleep last night because we were trying to finish everything up on the van. But look what we had time for today since we didn't have to work on the van. Fresh new shave,
Oh yeah.
fresh
And-
new haircut, each done by us truly to one another. Not too bad for quarantine, right?
Yeah,
We
we
did
have
it.
visited upon each other a haircut.
Exactly. All right, so we'll see what the van looks like tomorrow.
Woot!
It's the next day, and it's been quite a challenging day so far. I am very cranky. I haven't slept much in the past few days. We were told yesterday that it would take 4 to 6 hours for our van to be spray foamed and that we could pick it up around 4 p.m. yesterday. Around 4:30 they text us and say, oh, it's not done yet, but it should be done in the next 30 to 40 minutes, but the fumes are really strong, so you might want to wait until tomorrow morning to pick it up. And we say, well, okay, we can do that. We already had driven out here, but that's fine, we'll pick it up in the morning. They said, okay, great, anytime, come by anytime you want. Like, we'll be open at 8 a.m. You can come even earlier if you want. I think there's some people that come earlier than that. I get a text at 8:30 this morning. Oh, the van's going to be done in a couple hours. Okay. They said it was finished last night. But okay, still have more work to do on it, I guess. So I didn't need to wake up early, which I really could use the sleep. Then I wait another 3 hours, text them back, hey, is it going to be ready anytime soon? Oh yeah, in a couple hours more, so come by at 1 and it should be ready. Okay. So as we're driving out here to pick up the van by 1, I'm just already like in disbelief that it's gonna be ready. So we get here, the van's ready, seems like that's good. However, they can't find the keys. We have another pair, or we have another key, but it's at home. I didn't think to bring it. And you know, we live 30 to 40 minutes away from this place. So they're looking for the key, they can't find it. Apparently someone, one of the people that work for them, grabbed it by accident and left with it. So one of their other people is like going out to retrieve it and will come back. They said that would take 25 minutes. It's been well over that now, so I don't even know if that person actually has it or what the deal is. The other problem is, even if we did have the key, we couldn't leave because when they spray foamed our back door, the handle popped out and now the doors don't close. So it's like we can't just leave with doors that don't close. You know, we went with a professional company because spray foaming is a tricky thing to do, and we want to make sure it was done right. And they've said that they've done sprayed minivans before, and I don't know. We've lost faith in their professionalism, so we'll see. You got an update for me?
Yep.
What's up?
So, it looks like we can't clear the foam out of the whole kind of door opening mechanism back there. I think it's just too hard to get to with some of the tools, so we might try taking off the rear door handle and see if we can clean it off and then put it back in. If you're okay with that.
Do what you need to do.
Right.
The saga continues. So, a quick update. You want to fill them in?
Yeah. So, actually, I can take this off in here for now.
Yeah.
So, with the spray foam, I got there and I noticed the spray foam had gotten in behind the door mechanism in the rear doors and expanded and pushed the whole door handle like out from the metal of the van. Did you tell them that already?
I did.
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
it's okay. You can keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so then we kept trying to dig in there and we cut some of the foam away and kept trying to dig it out and we couldn't figure out what it was. And I said, well, I think we might have to take the door handle off. So we ended up just taking the door handle off. And so I took the door handle and the locking mechanism out and then the handle off, and then I cleaned all that stuff. And then you were able to see more in there and you could get behind there. And
Okay,
luckily,
I'm
the
gonna hold this.
big thing that really saved us is it's spring loaded. Like when you open it, to open the door, the handle like retracts back, and stays where it is and not in a kind of the closed position. Well, it wasn't going back. It would open, but then it would just get stuck out there. But the spring, thankfully, is like all enclosed in that whole little mechanism where nothing could get to it. So thankfully the spring didn't get all
Oh my god.
gummed up.
Nightmare.
So once we got everything cleaned out and we could fit it back, then we just put everything back together and it worked just normal.
Great.
Oh, thank you so much.
And
Yeah.
look what just arrived.
Wow!
Our key. So now we can drive away.
Oh, thank you very much.
So we have our key now. So we can now get the out of here. It's hot. And I'm tired of sitting in my car because no one was wearing a mask in the office.
I had a mask on. Thank God.
I know, but they don't have masks
I know.
on.
I'm sorry.
So they're protected, but
I
we
can't
aren't.
do this. Hold on.
You can't drink through
It's
your
ice
mask.
water. It's hot
They're
out.
going to invent that soon.
I've been hot.
They're going to invent a little nozzle that just
I've been outside all day working
maybe a
in
little
the sun.
maybe a little platypus that just connects to your
Sounds good.
mouth hole
No, it'll be like
through your mask.
it'll be a camelback. It'll just go around your back, kind of like those helmets that
Exactly.
you see where you put two beers and
Yeah.
the straws come in. It's just gonna be.
That's what we'll have soon. Here's our new and improved, we think, before we do a thorough check through the van. It's yellow. I wasn't expecting it to be yellow for some reason.
Yeah. What were you expecting?
Oh, like gray or something?
Yeah, who
I've
knows?
seen different colors that people used, but anyway, we're all foamed up in here. It feels pretty darn good in here. It's not like crazy hot or anything, considering it's sweltering outside. It definitely feels quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah, quieter. This is it. This is what we spent a fortune on and spent probably about 2 hours here from the time they said it would be ready because they lost their key, etc. You heard that story. So we're finally getting ready to leave, and it feels really good. Today's our very last day of Whole 30, but we're having such a hard day. We might make it whole 29 and a half and go get popsicles right now.
Oh, popsicles!
Because we earned it. We earned that popsicle.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Yellow Submarine van.
We were not happy with the spray job at all. There's a lot of things that weren't filled completely. There were some things that were overfilled and then they didn't trim back for us. There was some major functional problems that the spray foam caused, which caused our doors to not be able to close, to not be able to lock.
Who knows what else that we haven't discovered yet.
To not be able to open all the way.
Exactly. So there was a lot of issues with it. Yeah, which is really a shame because we went with a professional company so that we wouldn't have any problems with the spray foam. We thought, well, this will be the one job we do on our van build that we don't do ourselves, and it'll be luxurious to have someone else take care of it for us who knows what they're doing. And then they didn't know what they were doing.
And of course, the biggest fear on all the like nightmare videos of spray foam, the walls of the van are slightly rippled. Like, it's not super noticeable unless the sun hits it just right or you get it the right angle. So, I mean, it still looks nice.
And we talked to them about that several times.
Yeah, and they said they were aware of the problem and that it wasn't a problem in this van because the sheet metal thickness was such that it didn't matter and that they would put it on thin enough where it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So this was all completely foamed over and we'd wrapped this up and stuffed it in there. So I had to like cut through there so that we could get it out, because we got to reconnect the wires at some point. This stuff was foamed in with a lock there and the sliding door, so I had to do that. And yesterday when we got it, this thing was all popped out. I had to actually take the door handle off and dig out a bunch of foam from in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it was keeping the door handle, well, it was actually shoved the door handle out from its mounting position, so I had to take everything off and clean it all off, clean all the foam off, and then reinstall it. And it worked, luckily enough, when we got all the stuff out, and the door's operating like it should, so that's good. These guys here I had to cut out because they foamed over them and taped them up. These guys here, this one and this one here, that hole right here was also foamed over, and so I had to like cut that out and then shove my hand in there to reconnect these wires, which are the tail lights, which are the tail lights so that you can drive. Heyo! I'd say it looks okay. Oh yeah, reveal time. Oh yeah. Look at that guy.
Hey, there's a window.
It's a window. There she is, guys. Well, the number one. You can see up there in that corner, just a little bit of foam came through. But other than that, it looks like everything is good. Just enough space to put some finishing in there if we don't want to show this wood. That looks beautiful. You can see also a few little, I don't know if you can catch it on there. Yeah, you can. There you go. See that? A few little spatter spots that we'll have to get off and maybe do a little light sanding by hand. And then here is the other one. Look at that. Beautiful.
Hey guys, so we decided not to show you the days and days that we spent after this trimming back spray foam. It was a lot of work. We found a lot of little areas that were too low, too high. We had to fill in the low areas with additional spray foam in cans. He made his own little saw tool and just like was hacking spray foam off for days. So we didn't need to show that to you, but we wanted to at least let you guys know kind of our thoughts at the end of the day in terms of whether we would do this again or not.
I would do it again, but I might, if circumstances were correct, like temperature regulation, all that stuff. So maybe February in Houston, where it's not super hot.
Not summer.
DIY kit. I think I could have got as good a result as I got from them doing it myself, as long as the ambient circumstances were okay. I would not spray foam the doors.
No, don't spray foam your doors. It's not a great idea. I would recommend, however, spray foaming your headliner, which we did, and I think that was definitely a good choice.
Yep.
I would maybe spend a little more time comparing and contrasting between companies, waiting for other companies to get back to me.
and really talking through the details with each one of these companies to see who really has the best experience on spray foaming a van like this.
We're happy with, I think, doing the spray foam in the
Yeah,
first
we're
place.
happy with the choice to do spray foam. It's a really good insulator. It's a decent sound barrier.
It definitely helps work against condensation.
Yeah.
With that connection you have with that van metal, there's not a lot of place for condensation to build
Absolutely.
up, so it's super great in that aspect.
Right, so those are like the pros, and then I would say the cons are that it's expensive, it's really messy when you're trimming everything back, and then it's a little bit risky too, because as you can see, a few things can happen, like the van can ripple, and they can fill areas that you don't want filled and make it so your doors don't open. I still would do it, but there are definitely risks involved.
So guys, that was our spray foam video. Maybe slightly painful, but it's done. We got through it. Well, we're still trimming, but we basically got through it. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give us a like, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. And we will see you again next time with our video on the subfloor installation.
That's right. See y'all next time.
Peace.